G'day my friends, Marty Ware here from Marty's Garden, bringing you one of the biggest problems, well, it's a solution to one of the biggest problems that all us edible gardeners face. Yes, pests. Now this is related to a video that was, did okay a couple of weeks back, and I was talking about sort of companion planting and how that works. And I wanted to actually take it one step further. Now this video is not going to be full of all these fancy visuals and all that type of stuff and getting the YouTube sensory glands going, but it will be vital information that you can take back and hold on to your life as an edible gardener, and you'll be thinking years down the line, I'm so glad I did that. I've saved so much time, heaps of money, not chasing the let's kill the pest dream. Now, I'm not saying we don't want to kill the pests, we do, but we need to manage them accordingly. And one way we do that organically, whether whatever organic system you're using, say permaculture, biodynamics, just straight out hardcore organic, old style homestead, organic gardening farming, they all work together, and look, they're all pretty similar, and it starts down with having a really healthy soil and habitat. Now, you go, oh Marty, you talk about this all the time, same. Well, I've got something for you today. See, some parts of the world it's spring, well, coming into summer, right? And we're just finishing up autumn here, coming into winter. Now, it's all to do with, we have late summers, late springs, late autumns. They're always different every year, but it's always to do with temperature. And what happens is insects work on temperature and light, right? So plants, the same thing, temperature and light. Now, as things start shutting down or picking up, the insects change. So let's have a look at, we'll just talk about what's going on here in my garden at the moment as we're sort of falling into winter. Now, I live in a subtropical place, so, it doesn't get too cold through the winter, but some bugs, some pests will shut down and just go into more of a dormant sort of zone. Not so much shutting fully down, but they'll stop feeding and moving around less and consuming less energy, and they need to find a good spot to hide so they don't get predated on, right? And so they'll get into underneath cover crops, they'll get into mulches, all that type of things, but so will the good bugs, right? The beneficial ones that we want. They're getting in and hiding in as well. And what happens is a lot of us, we actually mulch and everything sort of at the wrong time, because we're thinking about, oh yeah, we've got to get, our cover crops down, not our cover crops down, but our mulches down, and it's going to get really hot soon, and I've got to stop water evaporating, all that type of stuff. So that's really important. But keep in mind that these bugs, they're going down inside there as well, and they're getting into these mulch zones and into underneath leaves and all these type of things. They're getting ready to sort of shut down and come out for the summer. So if you've left it too late and then you go in and cover all with mulch, you could be covering over all your beneficial insects as well. So this is like really, really important. So just keep that in mind when it's cooling down and warming up, because when it's warming up, they're coming out. And so once they're out, then you can mulch, right? And then lay it down and things like that. Or, you can go through and chop and drop and change those systems. That's if you've built up a good habitat of insects. You need to take care of them in between these seasons. And obviously when they come out in spring, they're starting to hunt. They want to get under like really good motorbike. I live in, sort of suburbs here. And they live underneath like the large leaves sort of thing. So certain predators will hide and lay their eggs underneath it. And you'll sometimes see like little bits of like, looks like, spider web hanging underneath with eggs underneath and stuff. That could be assassin bug eggs. So we don't always just want to go, oh, they could be nasty and kill them off, because they could be the really good eggs that have just been laid in spring and getting ready to hunt on those bad predators. So it's something that I really wanted to share, and I'm really strong about that. Now, the soils part, when we have a healthy soil, we have a healthier plant, and they can build up, their essential oils and things into their leaves, into their system, into their sap flow, and a healthier plant can actually fight off pests much better. They just, pests will actually attack unhealthy plants first, because that's the way nature works. It wants to get rid of the unhealthy and keep the strong. So when we have healthy plants and we're taking better care of them, we're giving them lots of compost, lots of mulch, some good organic fertilizers, plenty of light, the right warmth and environment that they need, they get really happy and they can take better care of themselves, and that means less work for us. But what happens when, say for example, we build all this habitat, we've got our mulches down, we're doing all the right things, we've like dropping our mulches at the right time and really caring for our garden, but we've got a guy next door. This is really common, right, in the suburbs, and I've sort of got this problem here where I am, a big massive mango tree next to me with bats that are going to come. I know they're going to come and attack my stuff, so I've got to prepare for that because they don't do anything about their mango tree in the backyard. But what do we do in that situation? Well, we have to have a different mindset, right? Because if they've just got lots of, say, like fruit, like I've got, they could have, I could have massive fruit fly problems coming into next year. We're going into a dry season, and that's when fruit fly are more predominant. And so I've got to figure out what I'm going to do. I'm going to net things, and am I going to actually grow less stuff? I'm going to change my crop routines, all those types of things, and especially in new gardens. But there are some new products that are coming out that actually aren't detrimental to like predating insects, right? It only harms sap-sucking insects. And I'm waiting for something to turn up. A company's wrote to me and said, Marty, we're going to send you some stuff. So I'm really interested about that. And when it arrives, if it eventually arrives, I might email them today and say, hey, where is it? They're sending me a whole lot of other stuff. It's not related to any type of money or anything like no sponsors, just something that I really like. And I think that when we come in those situations and the bugs are just coming over the fence, we have to have some type of backup plan, right? Because we just can't have enough predators living in our garden to come over from the neighbour's stuff. And so we have to have a second line of defence. And you need to look at that, of how you're going to actually manage and work your garden. Now, what I say is, if it's a losing battle, move away from those plants and those cover crops. And I keep saying cover crops. I don't know why I'm saying cover crops all the time. Yeah, move away from those plants. Try and grow something else that gets less attack, that you're going to be putting on your kitchen plate. And start really thinking like a homesteader. Now, hopefully I've shared some good value here for you. Let me know if you've got any questions below about companion planting, organic gardening, pest management, things like that. Remember, build your habitat, get your soils good, and have some type of second plan of defense, and you'll have a happy, healthy garden. Oh, and if you've got this far, I'm going to let you know on something. My fiance is coming to stay here in about 3 weeks, and we'll be filming together and working here in Marty's garden. She's a happy gardener. She loves to grow food as well, and she'll be bringing her elements and her knowledge into Marty's garden. So if you've come that far, and I thank you for that, please let me know if you're excited to see Shirley, your name is, on the Marty's Garden Show. I'm really, really excited about it. It's been a long time since we've had anyone else on the show, and a big change for my life. Happy everything. Have a great day, and we'll see you at the next video real soon. Bye for now.